My name's Madison Roberts, and I'm the pastor at Mountain Brook Presbyterian Church. I'm sitting outside of our church here on such a gorgeous day, and we've been wanting to come talk to you from various spots around the church, showcase the church, but also wanted to hit some topics that you may have questions about. Now, just to be clear and to level set, the gospel for us means that we follow the two commands that Jesus gave us, which is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. These are the two guiding principles for everything in our life. So when we take it to politics, it's interesting to see how that goes. When people ask me sometimes, and a lot of folks want to know what their pastor's political persuasion is, so I'm going to tell you I'm just teasing. I'm not going to do that. I don't think Republicans are wrong, or Democrats are wrong, or Republicans are right, or Democrats are right all the time. I think they're human beings just like you and me, and I think that's important to remember as well. But if we can stay within the confines of the gospel commands to love God and love one another, I do think we can become more productive as a country, more welcoming, more inclusive, more fair, more just, the things that I believe all of us want. One way to think about politics from the Christian perspective is this. The politics are here to stay. We've got folks who are running down those paths, and that's fine. That's what I love about this country, is we can have differences of opinion, and we at least in theory, have a place where we can go and work those out, and that's the polls. But I want us to understand one thing. When it comes to the Christian perspective, we need to let the gospel lead our politics and not the politics lead our gospel. And if we can do that, I think we can have a successful political season. There's a great story in this book I read. Andy Stanley wrote this book, Not In It to Win It, right after the COVID experience and the sort of the political quagmire that had occurred and developed. Andy Stanley talks about a young couple who has a child. The child ends up getting hurt really bad and has a respiratory issue and is having trouble breathing. So they bring the paramedics and the ambulance and everybody to the house, and the mom's frantic, holding the baby, just trying to take care of it. And as she hands the child over to the medical technician, the first thing she asks, she says, "Are you Republican or are you Democrat?" Obviously, it's a joke, because that's not the first thing you're going to ask. Because at that particular instance, in that situation, you don't care what they are. You just care that they're competent. And I think that's a good word we can lean on as we think about how we're going to vote, who we're going to vote for in this great country that we live in, where we have the ability to vote. Let's not forget. Who are we going to vote for? How are we going to vote? I think competency is a good word. I think someone who is capable of untying themselves from the political tow line so that they can love others or love God. And you know, that's not always as easy as it seems. And the great thing about America is we don't have to raise up arms to do that. We don't have to become violent, or we don't have to do those type of things where it's our life or not. What we can do is vote. We can also, before we vote, educate ourselves. I think that's important. I would take everything you read with a grain of salt and view it through a gospel lens. I think that at the end of the day, if we can love God and love our neighbor and find a candidate that aligns with that, that's who we should vote for. Now, who that candidate is, I don't know right now. I think we've got to go out and listen and experience. We aren't trying to force anyone to our Republican or our Democrat or anywhere in between view. I hope that sheds a little light on how Christians can operate in politics faithfully. And of course, you know, if you have questions or comments, or if you have feedback that you'd like to share about this, I'm open. This is what this is designed to do. I want us to open the conversation and hear things that we can do to be better, both in the political world and elsewhere. So I've enjoyed speaking with you. I hope you all have a fruitful and thoughtful, gospel-laced political season as we head up to November. And as I said, I'm here, and we look forward to seeing you or hearing from you. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.